Hello and welcome, my dear tangling friends. Today, I would love to draw the pattern Munchin for you in its original step out. What we do, I go back one step, I'm sorry. I draw on a gray bijou towel, gray for highlighting and shading at the same time. And we do not start with our typical 4-corner dots here. So what we do with our micron, I'm using the micron 01, we're just like randomly placing some dots in the space we want to draw in. I hope you can see them slightly. And what we now do is that we are connecting two of the dots with a line. So taking off and landing, we created a basic line. Let me zoom in a bit, and I hope that I'm zooming in the proper direction. No, now I'm zooming out, I'm sorry. Here we go. And now I'm focusing on a new dot here. For instance, I could also use this one, but I'm going to start with this one here. And from this new starting point, I'm taking off and I'm landing on the first line I drew, okay? You always meet the outside, and from the starting point, you just take off and land on the line you drew before. So what you're doing here is that you're creating auras over and over again, holding your pen slightly in your hand and landing on the outside. And what we just created here is a new baseline on which we can land if we're looking out for a new dot here. And the new dot could be this one. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking off and landing on the line I just like previously showed you. Turning your towel so that you're keeping your hand in the constant same position. Breathing in, breathing out. Relaxing your shoulders, softening your eye gaze. Look at your tile, the sun's coming out, and I hope you can see it right here. Today is a sunny day in January where I'm creating this video for you, and you can see the shadows falling on my tile. Munchin is a Zentangle Inc pattern. It was deconstructed by Molly, which was created while she was practicing over and over again to tangle paradox. And it didn't work out, and she was frustrated. And all of a sudden she remembered that the lines wanted to show her something else, and that it is not about mistakes and not working out. It's about possibilities and no mistakes in the Zentangle method. So Munchin was born. And as you see your dots here on the paper and you're turning your tile, just find a new starting point over again, taking off and landing on the line from your previous pattern you just created. Relax. Enjoy the process. I've got 2 more dots left. What am I doing? I'm going to take this dot here, and I'm off camera. I'm sorry. These are like the first videos I'm producing for my YouTube channel. So if I'm making some mistakes, please excuse it. Please excuse me. It's all about the fun. It's all about the creation, all about the possibilities, but nothing about perfection. And here's like one last dot left. Was my finger in the way? It's a bit tricky here to draw. For me to stay in focus. Connecting the lines. And this is what Munchin looks like. Let me zoom out a bit. Of course, it was the same direction. What else? There still is so much sunlight shining through the window, and I hope that you can still see Munchin because I do not want to stop recording the video. And what I'm going to do is to take you along during the very next steps of shading. In shading, you have got like so many possibilities here. And we do not have a natural light source in Zentangle, so you can shade however you want to and feel like it. There are no mistakes, only possibilities. The sky is the limit, depending on which outcome you would like to achieve. What I am doing here, randomly, with the tip of my graphite pencil, I'm laying down some graphite. If you're not used to shading, I would prefer if you go with the tip to the line so you are a little more precise. If you're used to shading and if this already comes naturally to you, you can of course go over the line as I did a bit earlier. And also, while you're shading, please don't forget to turn your tile. So here, your hand also stays and remains in the same position. With my tortillon, I'm turning it a bit. I'm going in circles over the paper, inviting it. So I'm having a wonderful gradient. And the blending is very, very smooth. There Shading literally is the fun part for me here in Zentangle. Makes everything come alive, giving it dimension. There you go. See? This is what only the shading created, how much of a dimension by just adding graphite to a gray bijou tile. I can, of course, add some charcoal on two spaces, and I'm going to show you. I just saw two spaces which could be very interesting. So here, I'm laying down some charcoal, and I'm going to blend it and invite it with my white tortillon into the paper. And I'm going to lay down some white charcoal here in the center of this triangle. Just to show you the different look is here, from the top two parts on the right, it appears as if these two parts were folded, and here it looks like if it was bended. So I'm giving you two highlighting options in this video for the pattern Munchin, which you can use in all your Zentangle art. And of course, what are we not supposed to forget? To appreciate and to initial, to add our chop. Here we go. And this is our pattern Munchin. I hope you enjoy it. See you next time. Bye-bye.